All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call. Kat, good to see you. Katie, everybody else, awesome. And we got a great update for seller leads with Facebook ads using Listings to Lead. So if you have a chance, go ahead and log into your account. If you can do this with me, maybe you've got two screens. You can watch me on one, do it in another, or if you're watching on the recording, just go ahead and pause and do it. Come back to the video, watch a little bit more and do it, and so on. With that, and by all means, please drop in your questions. I like to take your questions. Want to hear, any issues, anything that you might be having. A lot of great stuff. All right. A lot of great stuff. So let me log in. And you log in, you're going to be on the dashboard. Now, real quickly, we are moving all the people that are signing up as of the last few weeks to our new platform. So we've rebuilt Listings to Leads from the ground up, and all the brand new people are going into the new platform. It looks very similar, but there are just a little bit of differences here and there. So you should be able to follow along with me pretty easily. Everyone that's been a current client for a while, you're going to be moved over in a couple of weeks. And again, it'll look cleaner. It'll look a little bit different, but not too much. But for the new people, I'm in the current/old system, and you might be in the brand new one. If there's anything that you see here and if you get confused, get with our support team, get with Vince from our team. They will walk you through it, make sure you're good to go. And then within a couple of weeks, I think everybody will be on the same platform and it'll be a beautiful thing. All right. So with that, let me know. Go ahead and type in yes, type in you're good to go, type in something. Let me know where you're coming in from. I love to see where everybody's coming in from. I've been all over this country. And so I've probably either been to where you're from or somewhere nearby. So again, let me know where you're coming in from. And we will get started here in just a few seconds. Tom, good to see you. Tom, where are you coming in from? And Kat, where are you from? And Katie? Yep. Yep. Ave Maria, Florida. Yep. Been there. Maryland is like one of the few places I've never been to. I haven't been to Minnesota in a while. Solo, Arizona. Where's that? I've never even heard of it. Yeah. I've been to Wisconsin. I'm from Michigan originally. Flint, Michigan, of all things. Yeah. Oh, wow. I got a few people from Wisconsin. Wisconsin is crazy because you guys have those addresses where I can't think off the top of my head, but I know it's like these roads that you have. And so, yeah, the addresses in Wisconsin are a little the White Mountain. Oh, Northern Arizona, man. So any of you have never been to Arizona, Northern Arizona is absolutely different from what you think of, which is typically the desert, right? That's Phoenix, Tempe, Tucson, the Southern Arizona desert, which we all got the saguaro cactuses. But Northern Arizona, man, that's a whole nother world. I know I've been to Flagstaff, I've been to Jerome, I've been to the Grand Canyon. I've been to the Grand Canyon. Amazing. All right, enough of that. Let's get at it. So I'm going to do a number of ads today. I'm going to talk through, there's a couple of things here. Brian, awesome. I've been to Dallas. I've been to Houston. I think, Brian, you're right near Dallas. Yeah, Kay says mountains, alpine terrain. Yeah, exactly. No seguros. So one of the things, and you're going to see this a number of times today, which is custom questions. We just updated the custom questions by default for the seller ads. And I'm going to walk through that first. Then I'm going to do an ad for a listing, like probably a just listed or an open house. I will do one for maybe home value. If anybody has an IDX website, I'll show you how to do an IDX website. You can do any kind of ad. You can upload. In fact, my wife is doing one right now. She's a mortgage broker. She has a custom PDF, and it's for reverse mortgages with Prop 19 in California and how seniors can benefit from a reverse mortgage and sell their current home, downsize, pay some cash, but then take advantage of, I can't remember what the exact program is called, but it has to do with Prop 19 and a few things where if you, instead of paying all cash, you pay part cash, reverse mortgage, and you get 0 monthly payment, and you keep more cash. And so she did a PDF on that, custom PDF, and she's running an ad with that custom PDF in Listings to Leads. So there's a ton of things that you can do, and everything is customizable. So with that, in fact, one of our great clients, Buddy Blake, some of you may know, for example, he's got a custom cash offer landing page, and he's got a custom home value landing page. And so he wants to use those, but with our system. And so I'll show you how to do that as well. So you may have a custom landing page, and I'll show you how to use that in Listings to Leads. So with that, let's go to listings. Gilbert, Arizona. I know Gilbert. I know. Yeah. Oh, no, you're north of Houston. Okay. So Dallas. Okay. Got it, Brian. Perfect. All right. So I go to listings, and I'm going to click on market listing for a sold. So pending, sold. All right. I'm going to do there's just sold selling agent, just sold listing agent. I just looked up cost per lead for the last 7 days for both pending and sold. Man, they're coming in at like $8.50. In fact, I was surprised. They were both in the $8 range. Like one was 840 something or 830, and then the other one was like 857 a lead with name, email, phone number, plus the 3 custom questions, right? The answers to them. So check this out. I'm going to click Facebook and Instagram ads. And please pay attention to the part when I do the custom questions, because that can 2 to 3x your follow-up and engagement. And I'll explain more on that in a minute. So my listing is in Folsom. All right, I'm going to leave that as, especially for pending and sold, don't add to location. We want to keep it as tight around that area as possible. We got the special housing ad category taken care of. We got the privacy policy taken care of, all of that. We got a lifetime budget, $50. For seller leads, I like to do $15 a day. $10 a day is minimum. So minimum would be 70. That's great for buyers. All right. That's buyer leads are always cheaper. For seller leads, they're always more expensive. So for seller leads, you really want to be at about $15 a day. And here's 2 pro tips on problems with leads that a lot of people have that you may not think about. 1, you're inconsistent. So you're running an ad, not running an ad, not running an ad. 2, your budget is too small. I get it. We don't want to waste money, but if you're only generating 1 lead a day or 1 lead every couple of days, the algorithm isn't going to be of much use. Your follow-up is going to be inconsistent because you're only following up with 1 new lead a day. You want to be bringing in 3 to 5 leads a day, preferably. We got people that are doing, I got someone that did $6,000 on an ad over a few months. So that's what, 3,000 a month. That'd be like 700 a week. And it was for home value. Phew. So anyways, lifetime budget, $105, start and end for 1 week. I can edit the description. I can edit the image. So to edit this current image template, I can click change template. I can change the text in the banner. So you see here, I got just sold in Folsom. Get your 100 plus point home marketing plan now. And I just click edit. There's a little edit icon on the top left. And now I can edit any image. I can edit the text. I can edit, right? If I want to change an image, maybe I've got 4 images of the front of the house. So I can select a different image and use it. And I can change the color. And then I can, down here, we have a bunch of different templates you can select from. I like this one right here. I could upload a video. I could upload a custom image from Canva or somewhere else if I wanted to. Let's say I want to use a video. I can click change image and video, and I can upload a video instead of an image or custom image. I can retarget. I can use a custom audience. All right. So I got all of those options there as well. And now for those questions, okay, so for the questions, check this out. Advanced options, create new form, and then right here, form questions. So notice name, email, and phone number. All right, that's there. And then there's 4 steps to a Facebook lead form. And by default, check this out. What is your time frame to sell? Curious what your home could sell for right now. And the third question, see how my 100-point home marketing plan works for your home. So they're going to answer the lead when they click your ad. This will come up first. They're going to answer those 3 questions, and then they'll click next. Then they name, email, phone number will populate. They click through. They're going to go to the single property website automatically. Now, I want you to think, if I were to get a lead and they said, what is your time frame to sell? They may say, it's either just thinking 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 6 to 12, and then 12 plus. So they're going to put whatever, right? Might be just thinking 3 to 6, whatever. The next one here, curious what your home could sell for right now. It's either yes or no. And in fact, I'll show you, I did a post in the mastermind group. And so you can see here in our mastermind group, I did a post and spelled it out right here. So curious what your home could sell for right now. It's either yes, let me know. No, I am not. If they say yes, let me know, hold that thought. That is phenomenal. And I'm seeing anywhere from 10 to 30% of people saying yes to that. The next one, see how my 100+ point home marketing plan works for your home. The options are yes, please, yes, and please customize for my home, not right now. So if they say yes to either or both of those, it's phenomenal, because in my follow-up, I'm going to call you up and I'll say, hey, Brian, Scott Pierce here at XYZ Realty. And you clicked on the ad for the recently sold listing that we've got in the Woodlands in Texas. And I saw that you'd like to know what your home could sell for right now, and that you'd like to see how my 100+ point home marketing plan could work for your home. If I could just get your property address, I will get this information over to you. And even better, if they select yes, and please customize for my home. Oh, I'm telling you, I've had a client, she had 2 leads in one day, said yes to that. And what are you going to do when that happens? You're going to get the property address, and you are going to prepare the 100+ point home marketing plan to get their home sold. And you can send this to them via email or text. So these questions are designed to get them wanting information from you. Make sense? So if I go back into listings to leads, when I'm on this pop-up, there's name, email, and phone number right at the top. What is your time frame to sell? That's turned on. And if I scroll down, there's 14 total questions. And I can change them. I can turn one off. I can turn a different one on. See how AI can help you sell faster for top dollar. Check your home's value and selling options. Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? Get your home's value and instant cash offer options. So there's a lot of great questions. Now, don't go nuts and start adding a bunch of questions. You don't want more than 3 questions in addition to name, email, and phone number. Does that make sense? So you're going to have name, email, and phone number. That'll be like part 2 of the lead form. And then you're going to have those 3 questions: time frame to sell, curious what your home would sell for right now, and see how my 100+ point home marketing plan works for your home. So those are set by default, but again, you can change them if you want to. And you can even drag and drop to reorder them if you wanted to. So when you're good, hit create form. Now, if you're happy with those 3 questions, you don't need to do anything. You don't even need to click. Just don't even touch it. Just leave it alone. But if you want to change them, then you can click and change. Then hit create ad. That's it. So give me a really quick yes or something to that effect if all of this makes sense. The questions that are asked, just like we know, right? When you ask the right questions, then you can get to the answers that you can then use to help the person that you're interacting with. So whether it is face to face in a listing presentation, asking the right questions goes a long way, because now you're uncovering what the issues are that will allow you to better serve and add value to what it is that they're wanting. All right. Brian, you get that? Yeah. Now notice right now, all right, so the ad has been submitted. That'll be live in 10 to 15 minutes. And notice right here, AI text follow up. If you do not have an AI text follow up system in your CRM, I highly recommend that you take advantage of what we got. It's great price. It's awesome. It works really well. And what you want to do is, if you don't have one already, if you've got one, don't worry about this. But if you want to use ours, click subscribe. Just go with 50 leads. You don't need to update that right now. If you generate more leads, it'll prompt you to upgrade if you want. Click next. I believe you're going to enter a credit card on the next page for it, and then, or may just autofill from your profile. And then on the next page, you're going to select your AI agent name, and then you're going to select buyer leads, seller leads, or both. Once you've got that activated, even though the ad was already submitted, and you may have ads already live, the next lead that comes through, the AI text will engage with. So the AI text is awesome. Now, here's the deal. You are not you are not absolved from standard follow-up. So you still want to get these leads into your CRM. You still want to use our follow-up, whichever you're doing, and you still want to make sure that you're calling. So every day, every day, you've got to make sure you're calling, you're texting, you're emailing these leads. When they come through the lead form and you get the phone number, and in general, we see 80 to 85% good phone numbers, all right, and good emails. Every once in a while, man, because again, I run ads for my wife, and I'll see 2 to 3 bad phone numbers come through in a row. And even though I've been doing this forever, it's still like annoying. Gee, just come on. But in the bigger picture, over the course of a week, we're at like 80 to 85% good phone numbers. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, but typically it's 80 to 85% good phone numbers. And that gets back to when I was saying one of the big problems people have with leads is they're just not generating enough of them. If you're only generating 3 to 5 leads a week, right, or 5 to 6 leads a week, 1 or 2 bad phone numbers throws the whole thing off kilter. But if you're generating 15 to 30 leads a week between buyer and seller leads, now, it's kind of like the thing with statistics, right? You can't really judge statistics off of a super small sample size. You got to have a big enough sample size. And so the leads are the same way. All right. Now you don't need to spend $500 a week. I'm not saying that, but if I was going to do seller leads for an ad, again, I would do $105 a week minimum. And if it's a buyer, it would be about $70. Do the ads and video tend to generate better lead count? Brian, I've seen some great, it's the video. It's just the video. For listings, for example, if I was going to do a video for a sold listing, what I might do is I might go to the property. Maybe I'm in the property, maybe I'm in front of the property, and I might do something. In fact, we got a short form video script right here. In fact, let me turn that off. We've got a short form video script right here. Something like this would be a great script to use for a pending, a sold, even for just listed or open house. You could do like a golden letter type of script where, 123 Main Street in Woodlands, Texas just sold. Our marketing got 5,600 views for this property versus the 400 views that Zillow got. And we got a full price offer in 36 days. And we still got 45 more buyers looking for a home in the Woodlands. If you'd like to get more information and find out what your home could sell for And to get a copy of my 100 plus point home marketing plan for your home, please click learn more below. That could be a great video. But if you're just going to throw a property video, right, where they can see the whole home without having to click, that video wouldn't do so well. But yeah, in fact, if I can a little bit later, I'll show you again. My wife has done videos and they work great. They work really well. But again, just like the images, it depends on the video, it depends on the image. But I highly recommend trying it. The reason I like video is because I know this from her and others. In your follow-up, people will say, "Oh, is that really you? I thought you were just not a model, but I thought you were just like a spokesperson, right? Oh, this is really you. Oh, nice to meet you." And now they see you, they get a feel for you. And so when you're following up and you actually touch base and you connect with them, there's a little bit more of a familiarity, which I think is a benefit. Does that make sense, Brian? And what I might do is I might run a ad with the video that you want to try and then run the same ad with the image and then just get a feel for how it works. All right, perfect. So let's go do a ad for an open house. And this will be similar to coming soon, just listed, open house, active, your listing, a borrowed listing, whatever. So I'll just pick a listing and I've got an open house for 15 Ambient Way. It's all right. It's an active listing or it could be just listed or it could even be coming soon, but I've got an open house. I'm going to click market listing. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, we don't really cover that here, but I'll mention it and then I'll point you in the right direction for another call that we did. But yeah, hold on one second here. Let me finish this part first and then I'll get you going. So again, Facebook and Instagram ad. So again, market listing, Facebook and Instagram ad. The work area will pop up. Location, radius, leave it alone, leave it alone. Lifetime budget. Again, I'm going to do $70 for $10 a day minimum. I'm going to start end in 1 week. I can change the text if I want to. I can change the image. So let's say, for example, here, so I can change the template and click save. And again, I like that home on the top. And I'll give you a quick pro tip in a second here. Change image and video. This could be a video. In fact, I'll show you a video. If I go to back, videos, and select, insert. For example, an open house, I love it's similar to what I just said for pending and sold. You're standing in front of the house, you talk a little bit about the property, and then you turn around, you walk in, and when you get to the door, that's where the video ends. You want them to click to get to see what's inside the house. You don't want to tour the whole house in an ad, right? You can do that in an Instagram reel where you do a little clip inside the property. And even then I wouldn't do a whole tour, right? I would do like little clips. But for an ad, this right here, 22 seconds. And right. And she just walks to the house, talking about the property just a little bit. And then when she gets to the house, the video will end. Because again, we want people to be curious about, oh, what's inside that property, right? It looks nice. It's a nice blue day. So, something like that could be a great video. Now, again, I'm going to take a look at those questions for buyers. Now, this is a different set of questions. So I'm going to click advanced options, create new form, and form questions. Just like before, name, email, and phone number. And over here, if I click 1 right next to the 2, because this is the second part of the lead form, if I click the 1, you can see the default questions are, what is your time frame to buy? Would you like my ultimate guide to buying a home? If they say yes to that, it will be sent automatically. And then third, do you have a home to sell? And as I scroll down, I can see there's 20 plus questions here. What is your time frame to buy is turned on? Would you like my ultimate guide to buying a home is turned on? I'm going to turn that off just to show you. Here's a great one. Would you like a list of price reduced homes for sale? See if you qualify for zero down or down payment assistance. Would you like to be notified when similar listings hit the market? What's most important to you in your next home? And we got different buyer profiles. So here's family move up. And you'll see the answers are going to be different based on the buyer profile. We got one for downsizing, second home. If it's new construction, would you like me to send you current builder incentives or specials? That'd be great for new construction. And we got some other ones down here as well. How would you describe your credit score? So if you're a lender, that might be a great question for a lender. So I'm going to scroll back up. And so I can see, what is your time frame to buy? What's most important to you in your next home? Now, what I like about that question, especially when you select that question based on the expected buyer profile of the property. Let's say it's downsizing. In fact, let me check this out. If I go back down here, let's say you're in Southwest Florida, single story home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. Maybe it's in a 55 and over community. Right here, downsizing, retirement. I turn that on. And now when they go to answer it, the options that they're going to have to select from are going to be, right? And again, the question was, what's most important to you in your next home? And they're going to select either single story, low maintenance, golf course, gated neighborhood, close to dining, space for visiting family and guests, all or most of the above. Why is a question like that valuable? Because now, even if they say all of the above, or let's say they say, I want single story, or I want to be next to a golf course. When I follow up with this buyer, I can refer to the fact that, oh, I saw that you're really looking for a single story home. How many bedrooms and bath, or what price range are you looking for? But when you can lead with understanding their situation in a case like this, and if they also said, yes, we have a home to sell, I can address that. So I can meet them more halfway versus if I only had name, email, and phone number. Now I'm calling you up going, hey, Brian, thanks for clicking on my ad. What's up? Because I don't know anything. But because of these 3 questions, now I know, all right, your time frame to buy, maybe it's just dreaming, 3 to 6 months, 1 to 3 months. If I selected price reduced homes, I would refer to that. Oh, I saw that you like to get a list of price reduced homes for sale. And I just want to make sure that we get you the best list possible. What area are you looking for? Always start out with the one question. Don't send them 20 questions. They're never going to get back to you. So when I first reach out to somebody via text, via email, via phone, all the above, I'm going to reference what they responded to, and I'm going to address that in my follow-up, but I'm going to keep it simple. Right? I don't want to inundate them with a half-hour homework assignment, right? I just want to get a response back from them. Then, right, then I can look to get more information from them. So yeah, use these 3 questions to your benefit. And again, I can drag and drop the order if I want to, hit create form, and I'm good to go. I'm going to close advanced options, create ad. It's literally that simple. Now, Tim just said real quickly here, he has a listing coming up. Can you put me in the pre-marketing, open house marketing, farming? Yeah, dude. So whether it's coming soon, just listed, or open house, I'm assuming it's going to be 1 or 2 of those things. So, dude, just go right down the list. You got the ad, get the stuff to the seller, the nearby homeowner letter. Man, you want to door knock or mail that? That is phenomenal. We do have postcards and door hangers. I like the door hanger a lot too, but that's a little bit of a longer lead time, right? You can print the nearby homeowner letters yourself and go door knocking or mail them, or I can download it as a JPEG or PDF, upload it to a mail service and send it out. I would circle prospect. We interviewed one of our clients, Leo, last week. He's doing about a listing a week at this point. He calls 200 homes a week. He's a guy. He's got a VA and a wholesaler, which I'm not sure what the wholesaler does. I have an idea, but exactly, I'm not sure. But he said between the 3 of them, they each call about 200 homes a week, including him. His VA calls 200 and the other person calls 200. And he's doing about a listing a week at this point. Brian, for all of your people, if they're not calling expireds, if they're not calling FISBOs, if they're not calling canceled, if they're not circle prospecting around an open house, what are they doing? All right. What are they doing? We got the e-flyer for your database. Just this morning, I got an e-flyer from a good agent out of Florida. And in his email, write picture to the picture of the property, just one picture, no slideshow like ours. He had the address shown in the email. I swear, I clicked the address. I went right to Google Maps. Why are you sending me to Google Maps in an e-flyer that you're paying to send out? The listing didn't go anywhere. All right. The picture didn't click to anything. It certainly didn't have a link to the home value landing page. It did not have a link to his client review website, all which are default from listings to leads. So drop this into your CRM, send it out through Lofty, send it out through Go High Level, send it out through Follow Up Boss. We got the listing. And I'm telling you, the other thing, and we'll get back into the ads, get a sign writer on your yard sign and get the status writer on it and get the listing flyers, get the print flyers on that yard sign. All right. So many people fail at using the yard sign, which is sitting there 24/7. That darn yard sign is sitting there 24/7, right in the middle of the area that you're trying to circle prospect, that you're trying to get listings from. And you let that thing sit there like a bump on a log, right? No one's calling your 10-digit number. No one's sitting there calling your main thing, right? Not at all. But they will grab a paper flyer that has the text code on it. All right. Oh, I often say these are like Facebook ads. When you think about custom audiences, when you think about retargeting, when you think about putting an ad in front of a homeowner, it doesn't get better than this right here, right? Because they're going to take this ad, they're going to have it in their hands, they're going to take it home. It's going to probably sit on the kitchen countertop for a week before they throw it away or do something with it. It's got the QR code, it's got the text code, it's got the home value landing page. All right. So get your yard sign dialed in. For the love of God, all of you, please. It just kills me when I see so many yard signs that are just sitting there like a wasteland. All right. Brian said 27 agents on my team times 200 calls a week. Dude, right on. Yeah. I got circle prospecting scripts for listings. I got the scripts for expireds, right? Goodness gracious. Okay. Let's go. Somebody give me your website. If anybody has a website with IDX, go ahead and send it to me. I'm going to go next to do a PDF guide. And then I'm going to do a home value, and maybe I'll do new construction. And if anybody has a suggestion, if you want to see me do an ad for something that you've got a thought about, let me know. Let me know. The Eagle Nexus. All right, Brian. Let's see what we got. Actually, the Eagle Nexus. All right, give me 1 second. The Eagle Nexus.com. Perfect. I'm on my other monitor. I'm just going to bring that over. So we'll get back to that in a second. And I got to grab one more thing. I always forget to do this ahead of time. I apologize. I've got a doc that I've done a number of these kinds of ads, and this language works well in a number of different use cases. So here's the ad, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Let me do a PDF guide first. For PDF guides, the ads are good. They're going to be a little bit more expensive. They're going to be around $15 a lead. Let's just take a look at a seller guide. 15 dollars a lead. Let's just take a look at a seller guide. 15 dollars a lead. 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 15 do The ones that are up in the recommended area are the ones that are, I would recommend, like downsizing can be good. How to sell your home in a changing market. 12 mistakes to avoid when selling your home is good. 5 dangers of overpricing. A first time seller's guide. Home seller negotiation secrets are all good. To do an ad for any of these, click marketing tools. Now, these people love, oh my gosh, these are so good for your database, for a social media post, right? So we got the e-flyer to send to your database. You can just copy the email, drop it into your CRM and send it out that way. You can take this email, add it to a seller campaign, a buyer campaign as appropriate for your follow-up out of Follow Up Boss, out of Lofty, out of Bold Trail. You can send it through Listings to Leads. And we got print flyers. So like when you got an open house, right? So I think Tim, if you go to check out our open house training, right? This is not this one, but it's another one. Have a few of these at your open house so people can scan the QR code and or they just checking it out. You engage them. It's phenomenal. All right. But to do an ad, I'll do Facebook and Instagram ad. And again, I can do a lead ad. I got different options, but we're going to leave it at lead ad. I'm going to type in location. All right. 15-mile radius, lifetime budget. Again, $105, $15 a day. Start and end date for 1 week. I can change the image. I can upload a video like what we talked about before. We've got different images here. You can upload a custom image. You can upload a video, right? You have different options. The autoresponder is already done for you. The guide will be sent automatically to the person. They're also going to land on a page where they can download the guide right from the ad itself. But in the email, there will be a link to the guide as well. And for those questions, again, advanced options, create new form questions. There's a little scroll bar to the right. I'm just going to scroll down and click 1 just so I can see what those questions are. All right. The 3 default. And if you're happy, you don't even have to come here. If you're happy with these 3 questions, just go on your way. But if I want to change them up, I could say, you know what? I want to do the cash offer question, right? Get your home value and instant cash offer. And then I'm going to turn off curious what your home could sell for now. And so now I've got, what is your time frame to sell? Get your home's value and instant cash offer, and see how my 100 plus point home marketing plan works for your home. So they could say time frame to sell, just thinking. Get your home value and instant cash offer? Yes. See how my 100 plus point home marketing plan works for your home? Yes. Phenomenal. Now my follow-up. Come on, are you kidding me? It's going to be phenomenal. So I'm going to call them up. Thank you for downloading my guide, How to Sell Your Home in a Changing Market. And I saw that you would like to get a cash offer and get a copy of my 100 plus point home marketing plan. What is your property address? And I'll make sure that I get all of this over to you as quickly as possible, or I'll get this over to you tomorrow before 3:00, whatever it's going to be, right? But now you've got, again, you got value. You're getting them something that they asked for because they didn't say no. They didn't skip it. They said yes. And again, to any one of these questions, you're going to see between 10 to 30% of people saying yes. So out of every 10 leads, you're going to get between 10 leads, 20, there's 30 questions, but your time frame to sell, right, is not a yes or a no. So of the 2 that are yeses and nos, out of 20, you're probably going to get 10 to 20 yeses. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And when I'm good to go, right, here's the autoresponder. It's all dialed in. You don't need to do anything. Create ad. Now I got a PDF guide, and I'll show you how to do the custom guide, right? AI text for the PDF guide. Now let me show you how to do a custom guide. You may have a relocation guide. You may have whatever, right? Again, my wife, she's a lender. She's got the guide for downsizing with no mortgage payment. So in PDF guides, scroll down to, let's see, where is it? Sometimes I forget where. Okay, let's go to ads. So if we go to ads, create Facebook ad, create PDF guide ad, and I think it might be here. Let that cycle. There we go. Upload custom. So go to ads. Let me show you one more time. We're in ads, create Facebook ad, PDF guide, right? You have a custom guide, create PDF guide ad. And then on this pop-up, you're going to see that button. Just scroll down just a little bit and you'll see that pop-up right there for custom, upload custom. Is it a buyer seller? I'll say seller. And you'll just upload the PDF right here. All right. And I'm going to, in fact, that was her guide, downsizing, insert. Select the page you want it to run off of. Add your primary text. Add an image or a video. And if you're creating the ad with AI, just have the AI give you an image while you're creating the PDF guide, right? Why not? Or go to Canva, create an image. So get your image, upload that right there, and add your headline, add your description. And these are all things, even the ad copy, when I'm creating a PDF guide in ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, whatever, right? I'll create the guide and then right after I'm done with the guide, I get the guide into Gamma. I create the guide using Gamma. And from there, I have it just say, okay, great. Now we got the guide. Let's do a Facebook ad. And then I'll work with it. And of course, editing is always the biggest part, isn't it? I can get the AI response in a few seconds, but it is the editing of that and working through it, making sure it's dialed in as much as possible. That's where you're going to spend a little bit of time. And then, so while it's giving me my ad copy, it'll give you the headline and description. For the call to action, I can do download, right? Download. And now the form is right here. So click create new form and form questions. And so for your PDF guide, these are the seller questions. If it was a buyer guide, that would be the buyer questions. And this is where I'm going to select, maybe it's on AI in real estate, whatever. I don't know what you're doing your guide on, but just select the questions that are going to be most appropriate. What is your magic number? That question is, for example, if you do an ad and you change the ad copy to be more of like a golden letter, right? Where, the golden letter, right? 123 Main Street just sold, and we've still got 45 more buyers looking for a property in Whitney Oaks. However you want to phrase it, right? If you're thinking about selling in the next 1 to 6 months, what price would you maybe consider looking at an offer? So if you do an ad like that, like the golden letter, now we got a question right here, and that's just a blank form field where they're going to type in the number. So that's something, there's a lot of really cool strategies here that you can do. But once you get your 3 questions for that PDF guide ad, and then I'm going to do audience, Folsom, California. Again, I can retarget. I can do a custom audience. Always be careful of custom audiences, right? Sometimes they work great. Sometimes they don't. And the other thing about a custom audience, you can actually do $2 a day. So where's my budget? I can do interests. Got my pixel. Oh, there we go. Lifetime budget. So again, normally I'm going to do $15 a day for seller, and I can do more. But if I do a custom audience, now, are you going to generate a bunch of leads at $2 a day? No, but that's really more like a branding thing where that's going to just percolate amongst the people in that audience. Can you generate leads? Yeah, of course you can. $2 a day, you're not going to generate a ton of leads. The autoresponder, and the report name will be right there. I can edit this if I want to. Create ad. And what did I do wrong? No headline, no description. All right. Just fill in the headline description, hit create ad, you're off and running. All right, let's go look at a custom list of homes. And then if I've got time, I'm going to do a home values. So Brian has got, let's go to advanced search, and he's in Texas. What do people in Texas want? They want a pool. So I'm going to do Woodlands. I thought it was. I'll do Woodlake. All right, fair enough. Minimum 200, maximum 1 million. Go to whatever is selling the most in your area. I don't know what that is. You do. You can find out real quickly if you don't know. So I'm going to do 3/5. What did I do wrong? Enter any number. 350123. Perfect. And I might do 600. So I want it to be in the area where there's the most listings. And Brian, I'm not going to make this live. You'll do that a little bit later. So yeah, select Woodland, select the area. Maybe I do 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Yeah, if I want to do price reduced in the last day, in the last 2 weeks, or whatever. All right. I'll just select month. Year built, remarks. I want to do pool. Can I do pool? Let me see. Sort by. I'll do newest listings. And Brian, maybe in the back end, you might be able to do add pool, right? So yeah, 'cause I'm under advanced options. Result, subdivision, year built, remarks, acre, square foot, acres. Okay, so I can't do pool, but a lot of times in the back end, especially when you go to, for example, this is IDX broker. I'm pretty sure in your back end, Brian, you could do pool. So if you want to do that, you could. I'm going to click search and perfect. So there's no results. All right, no, whatever. We're just going to assume. So my point is, I'm going to grab that link, back end listings to leads, go to ads, create Facebook ad. And I could do Google ad too, but I'm going to go create custom ad. Campaign name, I might go the Wood Lens PRI's price reduced pool 350 to 600. Just so I know, what is this list? It's a lead ad, buyer leads. And again, I can do lead ad, seller leads, lead video. I'm going to put the link right here. Now I'm going to click view. It's not going to come back with anything. Those kind of, oh, it did, but it's not what I want. So for primary text, I'm going to come back here. Just going to copy that. And under primary text, I like to show you this because you may see an ad on Facebook somewhere and you may go, oh, you know what? That looks like a really great ad. I want to do an ad like that. And it might be to a PDF guide. It might be to an IDX page. It might be to a landing page. It could be whatever. So I just want to show you something like this because you can leverage our system. And that's what Buddy Blake was asking me about the other day. He's like, Scott, he goes, I want to use your system because it's so easy to run an ad with it. If you want to go to the Facebook ads manager, that's insanity. You'll be in there for 3 hours. They change everything all the time. You got 400 things to click. It's easy to mess it up completely. And I'm going to put my ad text here. Looking for a home with more land, more privacy, more freedom. Right. So you're going to customize that for what you're doing the ad for. Right. I might say, tap to see this free list now. I'm going to put an emoji pointing over to it, to the learn more button. Description, updated every 15 minutes from the MLS. Call to action, learn more. Again, create new form. So this is, check these out, form questions. Because it's a custom list of homes for sale in my area, I'm going to do Oh, did I do seller? I should have done buyer. God dang it. I wonder, let me see here. Oh, that's annoying. Let me see if I go to campaign, yeah, I did custom. Wait, did I click what? Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm sorry. I clicked on the wrong. Let me close that out. All right. Let me grab this again. I apologize. I had the seller PDF guide that we were doing up and I clicked on that one by accident. No wonder. Okay. So here I'm going to put in whatever I want and edit it. I got the headline. I would do tap for the free list of pool homes for sale reduced. And again, I'm going to do that little emoji. Description, updated every 15 minutes from the MLS. Location, Woodlands, Texas. Whatever. Try it again. Woodlands. And all right, good enough. Budget, right? Buyer, $10 a day. Schedule for 1 week. Now, this is the only time I like Carousel, especially for custom list a home for sale. I would grab 3 to 5 images of homes in different price points, right? And maybe different styles that reflect what is on that list. So I want to grab price reduced pool homes with pools. And I want to, if I can, right, add 5 images. You get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that way they can see some different examples of homes that meet the criteria. And it'll get them a little bit more excited. And I might do a low end of my range, the high end of my range, and a couple in the middle, right? And then like 3 in the middle, right? Kind of space them out. One in the 300s, one in the 400s, one in the 500s, one in the 600s, 3, 4, 5, 6, one in the 700s, right? Or whatever. You get the idea. If I need to rearrange, I can do that. And so now create new form. So this would be buyer. All right. Form questions. All right. Now here we go. All right. What's your time frame to buy? That's turned on. I'm going to turn off free ultimate guide because I'm going to do price reduced and I'm going to do what's most important. And it's a pool home. So it's probably a family. I don't know, but probably, right? They want a pool home for sale. I might leave, do you have a home to sell? And I see I've got 4 questions. Now that's too many. So I'm going to get rid of the price reduced. And now I got, what is your time frame to buy? What's most important to you in your next home? Do you have a home to sell? Create new form. And again, I can retarget. I got advanced options. I can turn on an autoresponder. And if they're just going to IDX, do you really need to turn on the autoresponder? You could, and obviously create an autoresponder. But if they're going to IDX, do whatever you want. Pool will be on the next. But yeah, Brian, but you got it. So you'll know how to do it on your end, right? And so here we go. The Woodlands price reduced, carousel ad. And a couple more things let me just mention. Get leads to your CRM if you got it. And then I'm going to talk about bad performing ads real quick. I'm going to try to get this over by 12:05. But in your listings to leads profile, CRM integration right here. If you need help getting leads to your CRM, let our support team know. But it's pretty self-explanatory. We got Bold Trail, Brivity, Lofty, Follow Up Boss, Moxie, Realty Juggler, Real Geeks, all of them down here. For Go High Level, use Zapier Lead Connector. All right, so that's for Go High Level. If your CRM is not listed, click Other CRMs. It will have what is called a lead forwarding email address. And it's a crazy looking email. Do not put your regular email that you log in with because it's not that, right? It's a completely crazy looking email that you'll never use anywhere else, right? And you're going to drop it right here and hit save. Now we've got the AI text follow up, and then we got the just regular follow up. So this is email follow up. And again, you can take these, drop it into your CRM if you want to, or you can use them right from here. So we got buyer lead follow up, seller lead follow up. What you do is if it's not on, click. Oh, I'm sorry. Click to turn on. There'll be a pop up. It'll take you 30 seconds, 20 seconds. What email, what list, send this campaign to existing and in addition to the new ones, and make it recurring, which I would recommend, and hit save. You can click in here to edit these, duplicate, create new campaigns, create new email blasts. There's a lot of great things that you can do with the follow-up in listings to leads, or get them to your CRM so your follow-up can handle it, right? Either way, I don't really care. I just want you to make sure that you're not just generating leads. All right, that's like making the reservation for a car if you're Seinfeld. Following up with leads is like keeping the reservation, right? If they don't keep the reservation for your rental car, there's no point in even making the reservation because they're not keeping it. You don't get it. Generating leads and following up with leads, it's the same thing. You can generate all the leads you want, but if you're not following up with the leads, what's the point? So you're going to follow up via phone. You're going to follow up via text, via email. All right. We got email. We got the AI text. You've got the phone. Again, you are not absolved from your daily follow-up just because you've got emails and texts going out. That's not sales. All right. Sales is when you are reaching out to people, right? Whether you're doing it on the phone, maybe you're going door knocking, you put stuff in the mail for follow-up. Email is great, text is great, but people get a lot of emails, they get a lot of text. All right. Anything else I failed to talk about? I didn't get to landing pages, all right, but it works the same way. You got free home values, down payment assistance, new construction, iBuyer, price reduced, investors lowballing. That's a good one. I'll tell you what, let's just do iBuyer real quickly here. Got a number of people doing great with this one, right? Facebook and Instagram ad, lead ad, location. These are averaging between $10 to $15 a lead. Lifetime budget. Again, I'm going to do $105, $15 a day minimum. 1 week. I can do a video here, right? So for example, in fact, here I'm going to show you how to do a custom link to, because a lot of people also have their own iBuyer landing page. So you may have a cash offer, an iBuyer landing page you want to use. And this works very similarly throughout the entire system, what I'm going to show you next. But here again, I can do upload a video, upload a different image, right? I don't even know what that is. Just some guy wearing a suit, but just to show you, let that populate. All right, retarget, custom audience. So for the questions and to use a custom landing page, they're both under advanced options right there. Create new form questions, right? So here are so this is the iBuyer cash offer landing page. I might do get your home buying cash offer. Why? Because it's almost like a double opt-in at that point. Because if they say, yeah, let me know, even if they don't fill out the landing page, I've got their answer right there. See how my 100% home market plan works for your home. I'm going to leave that one yes. And I might do, yeah, what is your time frame to sell? I'll leave that one right there as well. And so now here are the 3 questions they're going to answer. Now check this out. Close form questions, and see where it says completion. So anywhere where you're doing those questions, completion. This is where I can change the landing page to my custom. I'm just making this up right here. I realize that this is not but let's just say this is Brian's cash offer landing page. So just put that link right there. And now, instead of going to our landing page, it'll go to your landing page. But the benefit is the ease of use of getting in those custom questions. Again, I could have gone to Facebook Ads Manager and try to do this, right? Be there for 35 minutes trying to get it all done. Or I can just come into Listings to Leads, grab an ad, run the ad. And if I got, again, my own custom landing page or whatever, right? Advanced options, create new form, and right here where it says completion. And there we go. Just put your link right there. Boom. All right. Everybody good to go? Any questions? Any comments? I would like all of you to give me a post-webinar survey. I'm going to give it to you. What I want you to do is fill it out and let me know. How are we doing on the webinars? I want to make sure that you're learning something. You're spending an hour with us. That's $100, $200 an hour of your time that you're spending with us. If you're not getting something useful, what's the point? Yeah, Brian, I will for sure. Awesome. So let me know. Please click the link. Give me some feedback. Make it constructive. If it's great, let me know. If there's something we can do better, let me know. I want to know. All right. Everybody good to go? And last thing here, don't forget to use your affiliate link. When people sign up not using your affiliate link, it makes me sad, right? You get 15% recurring, no cap, no limit. So use your affiliate link. Just copy it or just click copy link, share it with whoever it is that you're might be referring us to in your Facebook group and some Facebook group online, your coaching group, whatever it is. So share that, no cap, no limit, 15% recurring. You get paid the same day we get paid. So any questions on that, let us know. Thank you everybody for joining us. And we do have our expired webinar. If you go to Lead Gen Webinars at 7 p.m. Eastern, leadgenwebinars.com. You can go there and sign up for that. And again, that's going to be 7 o'clock tonight, East Coast, 4 p.m. for everybody in California. And if you're in Arizona, I can never remember if you can do daylight or not, but I think you'll figure it out. All right. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon. All right, Brian. Enjoy the golf.